Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am going to be doing something a little different, doing our tier rankings. I was going to do a Legends only, but still trying to figure out the website. So I'm going to do my Gen 1 rankings, actually. I think we'll make this into a small series, or I'll do rank each generation as we go. But we're going to start with the classic Generation 1. And we're going to start with the OG Bulbasaur. Now, Bulbasaur, when I was a kid, I wasn't a big fan of Bulbasaur. To say that he's grown on me over the last few years is an understatement, because Bulbasaur is probably like my second favorite grass starter of all time now, and way up there in the grass in general for Pokemon. So definitely gonna bring back Bulbasaur to the S tier. Ivysaur, not as big of a fan, but still pretty good. A lot better than Venusaur, I'll say that already. I don't know what is up with the line of Bulbasaur here freaking. It'll literally just, my personal preference, it's literally gonna bring him there. And I just do not like, I'm not a big fan of the design. I don't know what it is about Venusaur, I just never got into Venusaur. Now Charmander's not bad. B tier for me. I've never been a huge Charmander fan, but I'm just gonna, do not like him. Do not like Charizard. Charizard, overrated. Far too overrated. Just too much love from a Game Freak and all that. It doesn't need a form every time, a new form every time. You got the Gigantamax forms, you got 2 Mega forms, you got a redesign for his shiny. It's too much. Too much. Charmeleon, never preference on it, but T tier. Absolutely. Just give me the whole absolute favorite starter of Generation 1. Love Squirtle. Love the water type. Thank you, Misty, for that. But no, in all seriousness, I love these three. Just absolutely adore the Squirtle line. Played through Leaf Green with just basically Blastoise. Through the weaknesses and all that, and it was just a monster. It was my first level 100 aside from the golem I had in gold version. So absolutely. Now these aren't in any particular order after that, so this should be interesting. I feel like I remember the Dex order. I don't know, Dex order. Voltorb, C tier. I'm just gonna go with it. It's an interesting design, bringing the Pokeball aspect, but in all honesty, I like the Hisuians better. But and this guy, how many times I've lost Pokemon to explosions in my life is just too far too many. Far too many. Execute. See, I've never been a big Execute or Exeggutor fan. I like the Alolan Exeggutor. It's just not my cup of tea. So then we got Cubone. Love the design of Cubone. Marowak is a better design though. Tragic backstory, and it becomes an awesome Pokemon. Definitely B and A tier. I'd like to hear your thoughts between these two in the comments if you would like. Are you team Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan from Generation 1? I personally do not have really a preference between them two. Shiny, if we're ranking shinies, this would be like A tier for me. But like these two are like same mid tier to me that it's just it's okay. It's okay. Okay. I got a Lickitung. B tier? No. I'm gonna say Lickitung. It's definitely C tier. In the anime, I liked it. I'd never outright wanted to use one in a playthrough. It seems like it could be a decent Pokemon, but like, all right, we got Colfair. Coughing, I loved Coughing in the anime, and Weezing, of course. James is just a great trainer, in my opinion. In my opinion, overall, James is actually the true Pokemon master, and I'll explain that by saying that he doesn't just catch Pokemon; he friends them and asks them if they want to be caught or be his Pokemon. And to me, that is a true mark of a master trainer. Being able to friend your Pokemon and have them choose if they want to be with you. Caterpie, I swear I'm gonna have just Charizard in the F tier. Caterpie is kind of weak in my opinion. It's C tier. I don't have a preference against it. Like, I'm not gonna outright use it. I'm not gonna outright use this thing. I will catch it early on, get a Butterfree out of it, for use for a while for Sleep Powder, Stun Spore, stuff like that. But as far as it goes, like, I'm not outright using a Caterpie for any real length of time. I'm gonna say Rhyhorn, Rhydon in B tier. Just like the designs of them. Rhydon being the first Pokemon ever actually drawn, if I remember correctly. But I've definitely grown to like this more as I've played Generation 6 games. Just like the Rhyhorn riding and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. And using it in the Serena deck is just awesome. Interesting thing, he can learn Surf even though he's 4 times weak to water attacks. Chansey, the OG Pokemon Center Pokemon. There's Joy. Not a huge fan. Specifically, trying to catch these buggers in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and the all the other games that in the Safari Zone with a horrid catch rate. It's just it's so frustrating that I do not really like it. It's not F tier, but it's definitely close. Tangela, no preference on this one. Tangela got screwed in Generation 2. It was supposed to become a middle stage evolution. It was supposed to get a baby form, and then later on it did get its Tangrowth form, but then never changed the stats back to where it was when it started. Generation 1, it has higher stats than it has in any other generation because it was supposed to get a baby evolution, and so they reduced the stats to make it a middle evolution. Then they were supposed to give them a higher tier evolution, and they never did in Generation 2. It took them another 8 years before he got an evolution in Tangrowth, and they never changed the stats. So Generations 2 and 3, his stat totals are reduced, and I just feel kind of sorry for it. Like, Tangela is a Pokemon that I've never really used anyways, but like, it's just like what could have been with its baby evolution. I'm curious. Kangaskhan, it's in the B tier. No, I've never really used one, and these things are extremely hard to find. would definitely like to use one in a future playthrough for sure in some version. Definitely a powerhouse, I feel like, and it's caused a lot of great problems for me in previous games. Definitely would love to use one though. Horsey B tier. I think it's cute, really cute. I just never really used one, and now that I have a Kingdra on my team, which Kingdra is scary good, the line is a solid line, but like these things never really preference on it, never used one really, so I'm definitely gonna say B tier for these two. Like, I'm not outright using these. If I'm going to play a Generation 1 game, I'm likely using these three. So, like, yeah. Oh god. No. Actually, I'll put Goldeen in D tier. Sea King, hate the design. Sea King, absolutely just hate the design. Goldeen is just kind of annoying to me. Fishing it up constantly throughout games, it's just like, oh my goodness. Metapod, Metapod. C tier again. That's not outright using it if I'm playing. There's just better Pokemon in general. Staryu. Not Starmie, Staryu. Staryu, the viewer. Staryu and Starmie. Definitely be an A tier. Just love the typing of Psychic and Water. It is a monster speedster, and it just can decimate teams. Misty is a very difficult trainer if you do not have a type to combat her early on in the game. It's immensely overbearing. Mr. Mime, no. I get creepy vibes off Mr. Mime. Scyther, love the design, never really used it. I just never could get in with it. Like Scizor, like Scyther, I really like Kleavor, definitely would like to use the line in a future playthrough, I think, if given the chance. Definitely a good design of a Pokemon. Jynx D, just never really liked Jynx. It's not Mr. Mime bad, but I'm just not a big fan. Electabuzz, solid design. Magmar, not quite as a solid design, but I still like Magmar. Electabuzz just has an awesome look to him. Just physical, electric type, just really good. Pinsir's up there with Scyther and a solid design, and I just overall in general like it. So yeah. Tauros. I can't really speak upon its new evolutions because I don't want to spoil any new form, I should say, as I don't want to spoil anything. But I definitely like OG Tauros. I mean, you can run, I believe, Earthquake on this thing, and I would definitely think it would be an awesome team member to have in my current randomizer and maybe other future playthroughs. I'm hoping to find one and maybe have a chance to catch it. Magikarp, C tier. It's okay. Like, overfished, way too common. Like, yeah, it evolves into Gyarados, but like, I want to punt the thing. I want to punt the thing and hope that it doesn't evolve out of anger toward me. Butterfree, actually I like Butterfree. I wish its shiny wasn't lame like it is, actually having just the eyes color change. It should be the pink. I truly believe it should be the pink for the shiny. Gyarados, A tier. I do not have a high significance with Gyarados. I've used them in playthroughs before. I'm just not like in love with Gyarados. I like it. Lapras. I like Lapras. I love Lapras, to be honest. And I have a few memories as a kid with playing with using a Lapras on my team. It's nothing. It was a solid team member at back when I was a kid. I don't use it as often anymore. I wish I should in future playthroughs. Definitely with its ability to have strong water type attacks, also being able to learn several ice moves. It's solid. I have not looked at its moveset in a long time, and I'm pretty sure it could be even more monstrous powerhouse if I looked into it. Ditto? B tier. B tier for the breeder. All I'm gonna say. Eevee, top tier. Love Eevee. Love Eevee's everything about Eevee. Just Generation 1 could only learn the normal type moves, but in future generations it's actually able to learn Shadow Ball, also be able to evolve into all the special typings nowadays. Love my favorite evolution being Sylveon, of course. Love Eevee's shiny. It's just adorable, lovable Pokemon. Vaporeon, because I'm a water fanatic, it's gonna be A tier. Love its Pokédex entry of being able to become invisible in water, and it's just I've never really used one, but I would definitely probably pick this one out of the 3. Jolteon, C tier. I have no preference toward Jolteon. Jolteon to me is just mid. It's mid to me. It's not great. It's not bad. I hate its shiny though. Flareon. Gonna say Flareon's gonna be B tier for that blazing and that bushy tail. Porygon. See, I like the Porygon later evolutions, but like original Porygon, not huge on. Lord Helix. Yeah, I'm just gonna put them both in B tier. Like them, they're not my favorite of the bunch for the fossil Pokemon. I'm more of a Kabuto person. Boo, I know. But I do like them. I do like their design. It's just I prefer Kabuto. I don't know why I love Kabuto so much. Kabutops, maybe A tier. I'm just like its design. I don't love it as much as I like Kabuto. I think it's because of the anime I like Kabuto, but I could be wrong. All right, Weedle. I don't have a preference on Weedle either. I'll say that right now. I just do not have a preference on the Weedle. Alright. How many more? Holy crap. Alright. So we know where we're going with Aerodactyl here. It is because of Rake. I've actually grown to love Aerodactyl. It's speedy, it's powerful, it's a magnificent creature. R.I.P. Rocky. And we'll find them sacred ashes for you. Snorlax, I've used him in Nuzlocke I've had before. Him being Lord Fatquad instead of Lord Farquaad. Really like it. It's solid design. It's a staple. It's a classic tanky Pokemon. Articuno, probably my favorite of the legendary birds. I just like the ice typing. Looking at it, I prefer the color blue. Apparently, it looks like. So, Zapdos, B tier. Moltres, B tier. These are not as, to me, as good. I know all three. This one has the best shiny, obviously, being pink instead. I prefer Articuno. Dragontini and Dragonair are A tier. Just love the design of them. Definitely like to use them. I prefer them over Dragonite. I just don't like Dragonite as much. I wish we would have got like a Serpent instead with wings. It would have been, I think, much cooler. Hakuna Matata. It's just not a preference. It's okay. Mewtwo, this is gonna be a hot take, but, well, can't really say. It's grown on me over the last few years. It is A tier. I do not love it, but I do like it. Mew, I just love it shiny more. I love Mew more. It's just cuter to me. It's Mew. Beedrill, do not like it. Just do not like it. Alright, we got the Pidgey, no preference. Pidgeotto, no preference. Pidgeot, no preference. It's just not something if I'm going to be using a flyer, it's gonna end up being probably Articuno. Like, it's being replaced by one of the legendary birds if I didn't decide to pick Charmander's line and giving me a Charizard. In the early games, Charizard was awesome to me, but Tata and Raticate, just not big on them. I just never been big on them. They are just basic, and I get it. They're supposed to be basic. It's Generation 1. I'm not as big of a person on them. They are not good in battle technically. They have some decent moveset pool stuff, but Fearow and Spearow, I prefer the Pidgeot line over Fearow and Spearow. This is just preference on that one. Ekans is going to be C tier. Arbok. Is going to be C tier. Not as big of a fan with Jesse's Pokemon as James is. Just that. Pikachu. Love Pikachu. Raichu? Nah. Raichu is B tier. Let me explain. Pikachu, I preferred Ash's Pikachu over Lieutenant Surge's Raichu in the anime. I always felt like Pikachu was the underdog, and he was. And I just loved the heart that Pikachu had, and Raichu just seemed like a cocky prick to me. Alright. Garrett! This has a soft spot in my heart from when I was a kid. Just plain and simple. Nidoqueen, because of the battles we've been doing on the Pokemon TCG, I just love the Nidoqueen line. It's been hugely helpful, getting me some much important wins in battles lately. I just like it. Nidoking. But I do hate its shiny, otherwise it would be A tier. I love the Nidoking line. I like the shiny. I love it's a powerhouse of freaking nature. Can't forget him being part of our randomizer team in DK. And it's just a good Pokemon. Clefairy. No preference. Clefable, no preference. That's all. Vulpix, I'm gonna say B tier. Ninetales is solid S tier. Just love the design of Ninetales. It's elegant looking. It is just, I just love it. As far as Vulpix goes, it's just not as good in my opinion. I'm not outright going to catch a Vulpix. Never mind. I would say it's A tier. Just because I have used a Vulpix and a Ninetales in a Nuzlocke. Unfortunately, losing Cinder right before the Champions League in the Galar region. It's gonna be a B tier. I just Wigglytuff is not as high. To me, I just do not like it as much. Plus, it's fun to say Jigglypuff. But Zubat, I can hate Zubat. I can hate Golbat. If it had Crobat in this list, Crobat is in my S tier. Love Crobat, absolutely. But as far as it goes, these two appear way too often, way too frequently in caves, making it really difficult to move on without having to use repels, and it's just annoying. Oddish is going to be a C tier at Plume, Vileplume. I'm going to add the ones that are mid to me. Because these 6 I'm just not huge on. I like Vileplume. I could say Vileplume going to B, actually. Vileplume is very useful for catching Pokemon, using Stun Spore, and Sleep Powder, stuff like that. It's a nice utility piece. Interesting fact, did you know that this is actually a zombie? Parasect is a zombie. Due to its mushrooms growing on its back, it eventually actually takes over its mind, leaving it that blank stare you see in its eyes, because it is a zombie at that point. Diglett, or as I called it, floor shit. Mid. I just no preference on it. Meowth, I'm gonna say B. Persian, B. Team Rocket's Meowth, awesome. Love Giovanni's Persian in Generation 1 is a beast of a crit machine. It's immense. The crit rating is based off your speed stat, and the higher the speed stat, the higher the percentage chance you get for a critical hit, and his being about 1 in 4, if I remember right. Psyduck. Psyduck, I am putting in A tier. I just love Psyduck. Especially because Misty, Psyduck, all that. I am not as big of a fan of Golduck. I think it loses some of its personality. It's not as fun. Mankey, just not preference, no preference for either of them. Growlithe is gonna be B tier. Arcanine, B tier. I'm more of a Vulpix and a Ninetales person, in my opinion. It's just those two are better. They are more of a solid attacker, but I just prefer these two in design instead. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, C tier. No preference. I remember this Poliwhirl being one of the gold cards I think I had, the BK gold cards when I was younger. It was just cool. I don't remember if it was a gold card. I don't remember, but I remember having something Poliwhirl and I like that. But it's not, well, with that, yeah. Abra has potential. But it's mid tier for me. Kadabra it starts to move up a little bit. And Alakazam, it's gonna be an A tier for me. It's an awesome design, very powerful. Generation 1 because of the glitch in the coding. They aren't weak to ghost type moves. There's no dark type yet, and there is almost no good bug types in Generation 1 with a bug type move. At least they can learn bug type move. So Alakazam is just a beast in Generation. Alright, so then we got the Machop. Machop mid is not. These two are mid. Machamp though, on the other hand, in my second Galar playthrough, I ended up getting a Gigantamax Machamp, and Chad, which I nicknamed him, became a permanent team member, and being probably my highest level, to be honest. Just like Machamp, just like Weeping Bell, sorry, Bellsprout, just not big on the Bellsprout line. It's mid. It's okay. Victory Bell looks menacing as heck. Heck, I actually might bring him up to B tier because it looks menacing. But these two, not. There's no hatred, but there's no real love. Tentacle, absolutely. These two, always in the water constantly, just like Magikarp. But these are the Zubat and Golbat of the sea. When you're surfing, you're always running into them constantly. It's not fun. Geodude, D tier. Love Golem. Golem is going to be up in my S tier because he was my first level 100. But these two, D tier. They're too common. Far too common. Just like Zubat and Golbat, but they're not as common as Zubat and Golbat. Ponyta and Rapidash. Ponyta is going to be in the B tier. Rapidash is actually going to make it up to the A tier. I just like the unicorn aspect a bit more. Their shinies are amazing. With I believe Ponyta having the grayish flames, and I believe Ponyta having blue. They're awesome. Slowpoke, C tier. Slowbro, C tier. Just no preference on it. They're okay. Magneton and Magnemite, they're okay. Farfetch, do not like it that much. It's not hated though. Oh yeah, you, your family. You killed Rocky. You killed DK. They're costing me the Sacred Ashes, so now I can't have Rocky back because you messed it up. I'm not salty. Gonna say Dugong and Seal are mid to me. Well, Dugong's actually kind of cute to me. This thing's not as cute as this to me, in my opinion. Why? Grimer. You know what? I think I'm gonna move. These up to B tier. Two are just kind of iconic to me, and it's just they're definitely the first real ways of removing waste, actually. Future editor's notes here on that. Putting him in B tier, strongly associated with the story that my friend wrote about the Muck and the Grimer against the Garbodor and Trubbish. It was something that stuck with me. No. Shelter, okay. Cloister, go. You caused me so much grief in that second gym, it wasn't even funny. Ghastly, B tier. Haunter, A tier. Gengar, you're A tier. Let me explain why. Even though I've got a history of using Gengar, it has a good Mega Shiny, has a great Galeria, the Gigantamax form. Its regular Shiny is trash. And that's just kind of why it's here. Honestly, this would be higher if it, but it's just not there. Onix, B tier. I found these two just absolutely creepy. I just do not like them. To explain why Onix is B tier, I just have fond memories of him being on Brock's team in the anime, and I just liked Onix. Gonna finish off with the pair of crabs. C tier for both of them. I just never have really used either of them in a playthrough. Definitely could be really good team members, but like I said, if I'm going to start using some water types, I'm probably going to be using one of these 4, and it's just not worth it to me. I felt one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, Nidoqueen can learn Surf, so 7. Nidoking can learn Surf, so 8. It's just not high on my list of being used. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this tier list video. Let me know how you liked it in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.